Nothing is quite as comforting as a pasta bake, and today I'm putting a bit of a spin on a tuna pasta bake and using some pasta shells to make some spinach, ricotta, and tuna pasta shells. Very easy recipe. You can kind of add or take away any of the ingredients as you want. So first of all, we're gonna have a tomato base, and then we're gonna fill these beautiful pasta shells with some ricotta and spinach mixture. First thing is I've just got a roasting dish here, and we're gonna make our sauce, which the pasta shells are gonna sit in this dish. So I'm using a whole jar of passata here, instead of those jarred pasta sauces, because passata is just tomatoes that have been crushed down. And we're gonna spike that with some extra flavor. So I've got some chili. You can leave out the chili if you don't want some kick in the dish. And then also some garlic. So I'm gonna go with 2 of these very large pieces of garlic. Just give them a smash and then just finely chop them. And then for a little bit extra flavor, just going into some basil leaves. So just tear those together. And then some extra virgin olive oil, decent pinch of salt, cracked pepper, of course. Lastly, just for a bit more tomato punch, some tomato paste. Now gonna go in with the tuna. So you can leave out the tuna if you wanna have it as a completely veggie version. And now just stir everything together. And that is the base done. We're gonna make a ricotta and spinach filling. So I'm gonna be using some beautiful ricotta here, but first of all, to kind of cheat, I'm just using some frozen spinach. So you buy these in the supermarket, they're these cubes of spinach, and you get them, I'm just gonna break them apart. Much easier than cooking down spinach, and then just give them a rough chop. And then that can go straight into the bowl. Now for the ricotta, I'm using really good basket ricotta. So it's the stuff you're gonna find in the deli. Just drain it a bit, and I'm gonna use 500 grams in this mixture. And then to that, we're also gonna add a decent amount of grated Parmesan, some salt, cracked pepper, some lemon zest. We'll be using the juice later. And now depending on how firm your ricotta is, I'm just gonna add a little bit of milk as well, just so it's a bit looser to fit into the shells, and then just give it a stir. Okay, so once it's all combined, we can go into assembling those shells. So I've cooked this pasta for a couple of minutes less than the packet says. So they've still got some bite in them because they're going to finish cooking here in the pan. Just take one of the shells and then a scoop of that ricotta mixture, and then just spoon it in until they're just full. And then we're going to lay them straight in to the pan, kind of nestle them in that tomato sauce. And now just repeat it for the rest of the mixture and the rest of the pasta. So as you can imagine, once these bake, you've got that beautiful rich tomato sauce, and then you bite into these kind of parcels of beautiful creamy ricotta mixture. Requires a little bit of patience. Maybe get the kids to do this if you have some around. And now I reserved some of the cooking water from the pasta, and just gonna give that a little drizzle around, just so there's enough moisture. And then a final crown of a bit more Parmesan and some extra virgin olive oil. Now we're going into the oven. I've got it at 180 fan forced for about 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, until it's really nice, golden, bubbling on the edges, and the room will smell of beautiful pasta bake. There she is, piping hot. You would have had just enough time to open up a bottle of red, and all we need to do is grab some basil leaves and then that lemon which you zested. This pasta instantly makes me happy. You've got a beautiful, rich tomato sauce. We spiked it with some tuna, and each one of those pasta parcels packed with creamy spinach goodness. Promise you, you're gonna love this one. So if you'd like the recipe, head to delicious.com.au.